Hi friends, welcome to Chelsea Reads, where we get to live vicariously through other people's drama. Today we're exploring r/AmItheA, and we actually have a fun little wedding theme going across with it today. So let's dive right in. Am I the A for wearing a quote gold dress to a wedding? I will link the dress. I put gold in quotation marks because I think it's more bronze/orange, but maybe I'm splitting hairs and I'm the A. Some context. My 30 female best friend Dan, 30 male, got married to Lauren, 27 female, yesterday. Me and Dan have always been best friends since high school, and despite always being platonic with no romantic interests on either side, his now wife Lauren has always disliked me. In their 3 years of dating, I have not been allowed to see Dan alone because she feels that it's suspicious that I want to hang out with him. Honestly, I just miss my friend. Despite me being happily married, she's always kept me at arm's length. I always figured this was because she's from a very conservative family. Dan has spoken to her multiple times, and after she'll back off for a bit before reverting to complaining about him being friends with a girl again. It's not ideal, but she makes Dan happy, so I made my peace with it. That brings us to the wedding. Originally, I was going to be in the groom's party, but Lauren ended up crying, saying a wedding is not a place to swap gender roles. Okay, to each their own. Dan was fighting her on this, but I told him I'll just attend as a guest and not choose this hill to die on. The dress code was, quote, warm tone garden party. That sounds nice. And we were encouraged to wear earthy, warm colors. I picked out a bronze/orange dress that I thought fit this perfectly, and the style even matched some examples they gave. In short, I thought I had nailed it. The wedding went great. However, at the reception, Lauren dragged me aside and said, "I cannot believe you would wear gold to my wedding. You're not the first prize, you're just effing trashy." I was so shocked in the moment, I just stared at her. She practically screamed at me to leave, and she was drawing attention, so I grabbed my husband, said goodbye to Dan, and left. Dan reached out after and told me he was upset I left his wedding so soon. Lauren's mom has texted me, saying I ruined the wedding for her daughter, and I'm stupid for wearing a gold dress. She's saying it's as bad as wearing white. I was genuinely not aware this was a thing. I want to reach out to Dan to explain, but I don't know if I'm in the wrong here. Am I the A? Girl! Ugh, that is... No! This top comment really kind of nails it, by Aether Wind. I don't think it would have mattered what color your dress was. The now wife hates you and was going to find something to yell at you for whatever you wore. If it wasn't the dress color, it would have been something else. Tell your friend why you left early and make sure he knows how his wife treats you, not the A. They nailed it. They nailed it. Exactly. Like, she decided that she didn't like you, OP, and she's like, no. She has always been jealous of you, doesn't understand that men and women can totally have platonic, regular relationships. Not everybody sees things that way, but like OP offered, Lauren comes from a more conservative background, so that's something to take into account. She just has like different worldviews and everything, and probably was taught very, very strict gender roles. I don't know, like with any of these stories, I definitely hope that Lauren grows to learn as a person, because that type of behavior is what's going to alienate people and alienate her husband away from her. Maybe he doesn't care. Who knows? But yeah, not the A. Am I the A? On a whim, my husband and I renewed our vows in Las Vegas elopement style. Divorcing sister's furious, says we're, quote, inconsiderate. I'll try and keep this short, like my little sister's marriage, and then it's like the monkey hiding its eyes emoji. Background. My sister, 39 female, has been married 2 years, and in the process of an international contentious divorce. Last week was my daughter's spring break, and on a whim, we decided to take a last-minute trip to Las Vegas. I, 42 female, have been jokingly pushing a vow renewal on my husband of 22 years. Oh, good on you, OP. That's really sweet. Wow. For a long time. We laugh about it and move on. ... Usually. But right before we left, it popped in my mind that doing a vow renewal elopement style would be fun, in the spirit of the last-minute nature of our trip. I grabbed a white shirt, a light-up plastic ring, a janky bouquet of faux roses, and a dress-up tiara for our daughter, the flower girl. I found the absolute cheapest, cheesiest vow renewal package, $69, LOL. Nice. And we went ahead and said, I still do, after about a 3-minute ceremony. It was just something fun for us, and we didn't tell anyone ahead of time or make an announcement of any kind afterwards because it was just for fun. And it was also just for you guys too. And like, how sweet is that OP's been married for 22 years and they love each other so much they want to do a vow renewal. I love that. It was our 8-year-old who went around announcing to everyone, including people on the sidewalk, grocery store, at school, that her parents finally got married. She doesn't really realize or care about the difference between a wedding and a vow renewal, so we got some side-eye from people we know thinking we'd been lying all this time about being married. Fun times. Anyway, ... My daughter told her cousins and my sister that we got married on our trip. My sister was the maid of honor in our real wedding, so obviously she got that it was a vow renewal. She didn't say anything in front of the kids, but gave me a super fake smile and laugh when she heard. When my sister and I had a moment with the kids out of earshot, she let me have it. She told me it was completely hurtful and inconsiderate for my husband and I to do a vow renewal when she is in the middle of a divorce. Mind you, her divorce has been in the works for 6 months with no sight on end. She told me our vow renewal was, quote, inconsiderate, and we were, quote, rubbing our marriage in her face. She said we either should have not done the vow renewal or kept it secret. She hasn't spoken to me since, and this was almost a week ago. My mom is a people pleaser and refuses to take sides on this one. My friends think my sister is nuts to be mad about it, but maybe they're biased because they're my friends. And my husband stopped caring about what she thinks/said years ago. We are not close with my dad at all, so me, my sister, and my mom are all the close blood-related family we have. I don't want this to become an issue because it was mostly just a joke decided on last minute. I'm thinking about apologizing to my sister for making her feel bad and just trying to move on. But part of me is refusing because I think she's being ridiculous. So, kind friends, please tell me, am I the A? I don't even need to go to the comments for this one. Definitely not the A. Your sister is being ridiculous, and if she's this ridiculous just over business that has nothing to do with her, it's no wonder her divorce is dragging out so long. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, the sister the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure it's stressful, and dealing with international lawyers does not sound fun at all. So I'll give her a little pass. She's definitely the A. I'm just giving her a pass. I'm not going to say she's evil or anything like that, or the worst person in the world, or a terrible sister. I'm sure OP sounds very close to her, and so as someone who's very close to my sister, I understand that. And there's been times when we've had tiffs, and it's like, I don't know if I'm being ridiculous or you're being ridiculous, but either way, let's just let it go. And, that usually works. One of us apologizes, the other one will too. So, as long as we feel listened to. And I have a feeling that it's really the sister's kind of more stressed and she's being very sensitive. So, I think that OP is kind of understanding of that, but is also, offended, rightfully so. It's like, why are you going after me? It's nothing to do with you. It's this last minute thing. We thought it'd be fun, and it was fun. And so the sister needs to lighten up. And once I'm sure she's past this international contentious divorce, she'll have the opportunity to. So let's all wish her luck for that. Okay. Am I the A for refusing to wear an awful bridesmaid's dress to my sister's wedding? My, Jane, 25 female, sister, Lisa, 27 female, is planning her wedding. She's detail-oriented, has a preference about everything, and wants it all to look perfect. Part of her plan is for all 6 of her bridesmaids to wear the same dress in the same color, and we knew that going in to shop with her at a boutique. Unfortunately, the other 5 are much smaller than I am, so picking out a dress that fit us all became an issue. We all tried on her favorite dress at the end, and it took me a long time to get into it. Outside, I could hear her squealing with happiness as everyone else walked out of their rooms and saying things like, "This is the one," with her friends hyping it up. But not only is it a horrible pale color that makes me look sick, it's unflattering to the point where I have massive rolls in the back and look pregnant in the front, especially with the shapewear, which just bulges everything out across my hips and pinches the fabric up my sides. I also can't move well in it, and I can't raise my arms more than halfway. Oh, honey, that sounds awful. Like, everyone should be able to wear something comfortable. That's really tough. Okay, I tried to talk to Lisa about finding a similar dress that could work better for my body type, but she and the other bridesmaids insisted that this was the perfect color and dress. Lisa was dead set on everyone matching exactly and seems locked in on it. So we ended up quietly arguing in the store in front of our mom and the sales associate who came to check on us. They tried to calm things down by saying the dress looked fine and everyone matched nicely, but it was pretty clear they were just trying to keep the peace. When I asked the sales associate, "Does this dress look fine on me?" her face turned red and she started talking about how it was important to honor Lisa's wishes on her special day, and at that point I hurried up to change and left. Since then, Lisa and I haven't talked. Well, both my parents insist that I need to suck it up and do what Lisa wants for her wedding, while also relaying that she's been really upset about this issue, but I have been as well. AmItheA? Edit to add, I was wearing the highest size available and alterations weren't an option for this dress. Oh, it really, really sucks for OP here about the fact that, like, everyone just feels like placating Lisa's vision. You know, we all have to put our feelings aside for the bride. Hey, that kind of rhymed. But it comes off as very disrespectful for OP as a person. And it comes off as very body shaming. And I'm sorry if that post was triggering for anyone. So I feel really bad for OP to be put in that position where she's kind of forced to be in something that's very uncomfortable. Like, that's what it sounds like. It's not just that it looked bad. It sounded like it was uncomfortable. It was pinching her and she couldn't hardly move in it and, you know, felt terrible in it. And so it's just like, is OP's aesthetic worth more than her sister's comfort? You know, I think that there's a lot of solutions to be had here, and it just takes people not only communicating but listening, and that's something that that I hope that her family will be able to do for her. So good luck, OP, with that. So those were today's stories. I hope that you enjoyed this special wedding-themed AmItheA. They were really fun to read through for me. I hope that you enjoyed them. Do you have any crazy wedding stories that you'd love to share in the comments? Or let me know if there's any other, like, wedding-themed subreddits that we can explore for stories, like r/wedding shaming or r/bridezillas. So yeah, let me know if any of those appeal to you. This has been great. I hope you guys have a great day. And please remember to be kind to other people and be kind to yourself. Talk to you soon.